Whoa! Hello.
What's up?
Hello. Where you at? There you are. Okay. Oh, there's Steven. And then we are
Waiting on
missing
Pickles.
one other person.
What is up?
How are you?
Not gonna lie, today was a little rough.
Uh-oh.
There we go. I found our background.
There you are. Ooh, and there is Mr. Pickles.
Well, as we're getting settled in, so far, welcome everybody in.
Yes. Hi, everybody. Hello.
There he is.
Howdy.
Are we good with this format? Are we good with this format?
Oh, this looks great.
Okay.
I'm all right with it.
All right. Just
I'm
making sure.
good with it.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, are we ready to get started, fellas?
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, good evening and welcome into Learning Curve. We are that podcast that's centered around the up-and-comers, those of you who want to improve your game and just learn some tips and tricks and help us grow that bowling community. I am one of your hosts, Brittle. This guy is Cober. Then we've got Brian, aka Pickles, Steven, the Utah bowler, and Cober. We are live on your page tonight, so go ahead and introduce our guest, my friend.
So we got a guest in today. His name is Lucas Richard Cobb. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, sir?
Hi, guys. Like Cobra said, I'm Lucas. Been bowling for about 10 years now, since I was 20 years old. First picked it up. Been loving it ever since. It just got hooked on it pretty quickly, and it's been a blast.
Amazing. And what got you started with bowling?
So I was actually at a birthday party for my older sister, and we were just, having fun. I was rolling the ball. My parents were just like, you're rolling the ball really good. Why don't you join a league? I'm like, you know what? I will. And then next thing I know, I'm joining the summer league. Next thing I know, I have like 2 or 3 balls on me now. Just got hooked.
Just kind of snowballed from there.
What's up, Victor?
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. All right, so when you started bowling, did you just self-taught? Did you get a coach? What did you do?
So when I first got started bowling, it was a little bit self-taught at first, but I ended up actually within maybe a year the first time, I ended up actually getting a job at the bowling alley I was bowling at as a part-time job on top of my other job. So it was a little bit self-taught at first, but then I had a lot of help here and there, just learning different things in and out from bowlers better than me. And then later on, as I got better and better, and then I finally got a silver certified coach, Chris Burnett, in the area, and that kind of jumped my game up again. And then just little tidbits here from people who have just been better than me, just helping me improve and my game as it is now.
And I mean, clearly it's paid off. You now, how long ago was it? The weekend that you shot your 300s? Because I mean, clearly it's worked.
About a month ago. Oh no, wait, 27th. Yeah, roughly a little under a month ago.
So tell us about that tournament. It was a tournament, right?
It was a state tournament for Oregon State down in Lava Lanes Bend, and it was funny because we ended up doing we were set up for 2 team events and then doubles and singles the next day. So for both my team events, after we mixed up all the pairs, I got put up on the same exact pair I bowled on for the first team event. And I was just laughing and joking. I'm like, oh, yeah, watch me bowl another 300. And then I did. I'm like, oh.
You're like, that was a joke. That was a joke.
Yeah, no, that was a joke. Well, it's funny because during that, the first, like, it could have been a really good overall all events, but every third game, I'd lose everything. It went away. It didn't matter what I tried. I just couldn't figure it out. So I'd always have like that 180, 170 game to kind of bring down my scores a little bit. So.
And it was, remind me again, what ball was it again?
The Effector, Hammer Effector, each time.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was funny because the first one, for me bowling, it didn't feel good. It was just, I'd hit light, I'd carry everything. I'm like, maybe through like 4 what I felt were quality shots, but it still got the job done in the end. On that first one. The next 2 I felt a little more solid about, so.
Well, I mean, your little celebrations got more and more every single time, so obviously you felt more better about it.
Yeah. Well, it's funny, the second one too, like I think the first ball in the 10th, I almost slipped and fouled and just kind of tiptoed my way off and got a light hit off, and I'm just walked away from it. And then I should actually post that one. That'd be funny to post.
I think you should.
I was gonna say, I think you should.
I'm like, if you're talking about Twinkle Toes, I think the world needs to see it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I'll show some Twinkle Toes action. So.
Awesome.
Sorry, guys, I'm sharing this out.
Yeah. So, and Landon wants to know how many. So, this now with the 3, this brings your total of 300 up to what?
10.
Grand total of 10. And do you have any 800s under your belt?
I have 1 unsanctioned, and that's it.
Nice.
I think my highest 3-game set is still 793.
That's awesome.
That's close.
That's very, very close. That's nothing to scoff at all.
Yeah, and I've done it.
Right.
I've done it twice. I think the first time I had like a Greek church at the end to shoot to make it 793, and the most recent one I freaking 410'd on a pretty good ball, and I'm like, that's what I left, and all I needed was a spare to get 800.
Wow.
What's up? What more are you, buddy? Landed 823 is my highest series.
Nice.
I know we've already talked about all of ours as well, but just recapping again, Cobra, you 823, right, is your personal best, and then 300s.
I've got no tap 300s, but my highest game on regular is 296.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And then Brian, what was yours again?
Your mic's not working.
We cannot hear you, Brian.
I can't hear you.
Muted, bro.
Pickle problems.
Let's just do it this way. My highest series is 790. I do not have any 300 games. I have 1 299, 2 298s, 3 297s, and a 296 about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, stinking close. I'm not anywhere close.
I was gonna say, yeah, and then I put mine in the chat. I have 2 300s, 0 800s. Got close,
What's up,
but
DG?
haven't got them.
Yeah.
So do you work with
I don't
youth?
even have my own. I don't even have a 700 yet. So we're still working on it.
I am
You'll
so
get there, you'll
sorry.
get there.
I thought you already said yours. My bad.
Okay.
Bad host.
Bad Cobra.
So, do you work with youth or anything, coaching or do anything?
That's what I was just
Yes,
saying.
I've been. Yeah. So I've been helping out the Dallas High School with coaching this
Okay.
last 2 years now, I think.
Okay. Sorry, I was
Yeah.
trying to invite people. I apologize.
Oh,
So
no, y'all good.
what is the biggest struggle that you see with youth players?
I think there's no show to, or no surprise, but listening. The biggest thing is listening, trying to get them understand that it's not all about power. You got to have a little bit of accuracy, a little bit of finesse in there too. It's a lot of these kids just want to see the ball hook the whole lane and get the pocket instead of just trying to play the lane a little bit better and give yourself a spot where you can get to the pocket more consistently.
Right.
That's good. So, anybody else got any questions?
Do you think that the youth should immediately jump into showcasing themselves on social media in regards to their bowling? Like, the sooner they start showcasing themselves, like, the more likely they get sponsorships, things like that.
I think that could be a good thing if it done properly. Yes, I think that could be good for them. Personally, I know I have a couple that I've posted some videos that I try to repost, just try to get them out there. Because especially, I think the only two right now are a couple of the girls on the girls team, and they've been rock stars. They've been doing really well. So yeah, I would say yes, as long as it's done properly and nobody tries to like take advantage of that situation.
If I had to add my input into that, I think they should, but they need to turn off their comments because you don't want outside sources coaching them or giving them bad publicity or whatever.
Right.
Because
Agreed.
kids don't think about the long haul of everything. They think of the moment and don't see how it can affect them down the road.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's, and I honestly, I'd say that to like about anybody just coming into this sport, to be completely honest, like youth bowlers or adult bowlers. If you're brand new into the sport, regardless of youth or adult, and you're wanting to get yourself out there and put yourself out there, and you're already getting help from outside source, like, yeah, shut your comments off. Like, don't let other people try to couch coach you or try to discourage you from posting. Like, we want to see your content. We want to experience how you bowl, because as we always say, right, we don't care how the pins fall down as long as they all fall down. So we don't care how you throw a ball, what your style is. We just want to see you bowl.
So Landon asked the question, which one's better, bowling with your thumb or without your thumb, non-two-handed?
Oh, I think I'm always thumb. It's just like I've messed around with like two-handed, one-handed, like two fingers, but I don't know. Just having a thumb in the ball is just my comfort zone. Always thumb for me.
Personally, from experience, I know you have more control with your thumb. It's a little harder to control without your thumb. A lot of pro shop people want me to switch to a thumb, but I have issues with swelling real bad, so I don't want to go through that headache trying to figure out my thumb.
Yeah, no, and honestly, I think the more and more I've learned is just like you gotta listen to what your body says and like what you want to do, and then you just bowl on top of it. Like the more, like I used to be able to like get my hand like way on the inside of the ball and then wrench at the bottom, but ever since I broke my arm, and I've had to like adjust to it, and now that I've adjusted better to it, everything's freer. I still get a good amount of power. It's just smooth control. I just listen to my body and bowl on top of it.
Right. Bowling shouldn't hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
If it hurts, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I wasn't doing anything wrong. My ball was just drilled wrong.
Well, yeah. Well, you continued to bowl on things that was not drilled correctly, so
Well, I didn't have a choice.
Yeah, it happens.
it happens. I mean, so I know you're not sponsored by anybody or you're not on staff with anybody in regards to like bowling brands, but if you could be,
Mhm.
who would you be on staff with?
Easily right now, Hammer. Easily right now because I think I have the Effector, the Mania, the Widow Mania, and the Hammer Raw, and I've just been using the crap out of those recently. They're just really solid pieces for me right now.
Another hammer guy. I like this guy already.
That's
Well,
that's
I
right.
mean, we
Well,
bonded, we met and we bonded over SPI stuff. So like
That is true. No,
it was
IQ
at one-
Ruby. So like
Yeah.
on. Yeah,
Yeah.
the IQ Ruby is still in my bag. Don't get me wrong, but and I would take anything I could really get. If I was offered anything, I'd probably take it because I feel like I've gotten to the point where it doesn't matter what brand, I could probably make it work no matter what.
Awesome.
I totally agree with that. I mean, the battle of the brands, yada yada yada. Throw what you want to throw. If you're not contracted, throw it. I mean,
Yeah.
Exactly. Bowling is the point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
what's up, Matt? Brian, you're quiet over there. You got anything to say?
Brian and Steve,
Yeah.
be quiet.
I'm doing good.
Steve, I actually used to be on Swag's staff for a little bit, for like a couple years, I think. But I had a couple issues with just for me personally, some of the equipment I had 3 balls that kind of died down really quickly, so that kind of shut me off of it a little bit. I still do have a couple pieces I have saved to get re-drilled eventually, just to have them because I really like them. But
Dang it. Not a bad game though, Mike. Good job. Mike just said he missed the 300 one. So.
Do you have any upcoming tournaments that you're planning on doing?
right now I'm actually just got done with like day 1 of a 2-day Swiss at my home center, and then at the end of the month I got he calls it a Mega Buck Mania, where it's like 3 different squads of singles, and then like a $1,000 first place cash prize, I think, or more. I can't remember exactly. I just know I'm signing up for that. But other than that, not too many at the moment. Kind of just waiting, letting August kind of relax a little bit with all the tournaments I have been doing recently.
On a break period.
Yeah.
Are your
So I'll tell you what, especially
youth bowlers doing
what's that?
Are your youth bowlers doing anything?
Actually, yes. One of them is going up to Milwaukee to bowl, I believe, a junior gold tournament. I could be wrong. Could be a Pepsi or junior gold tournament. They're going to go up there and do that tomorrow, so I'm rooting them on. Other than that, I don't know if anybody else is.
And remind the folks in the chat where you're from again, Lucas.
I'm from Oregon, near Salem, Oregon. More, I think, northwest area.
Us East Coasters. Go ahead. Do, 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 do. Hey, Jay, how are you? So Steve, ask some questions.
Come on, man.
So you said you work a lot with the youth and everything. Do any of them have accounts here on TikTok that we should be aware of?
Yes, I know. Oh God, I gotta remember their account names. I'll try to share them if I get the chance. Brooklyn Bulls, I think, is one, and Jalen. I'm really bad with names, trying to remember stuff right now, but I know Brooklyn Bulls and Jalen Bulls, I think, are two that have accounts on here that bowl, to my knowledge.
Oh, Lord. Hold on. I'm having issues.
Uh-oh.
No, she's having pickle
My
problems. They're
issues.
spreading.
Reds.
Those darn pickle problems.
Yeah, it's pickle problems all the way.
Happens.
Okay, on your in your many tournaments that you've done recently, that you've done over your years, have you found a particular length of pattern that is like your wheelhouse? Like, are you a short pattern guy, long pattern guy?
Ooh. It really depends, honestly. I used to be more of a long pattern guy because I used to throw it like 2 miles slower with a lot of revs, so it'd always be up against the ball return, swinging the whole lane just because of how I was. But now that I've gained a little bit more foot speed and all that, just give me a pattern. I'll bowl on it. I'll do my best. I've gotten out of having a comfort zone anymore now. I still think getting left will still always be my comfort zone, but I don't have one anymore. Like, I'll play up the board. I'll stand on 5 and play it up 5 if I need to.
Hold on one second. Craig asked, hold on, I gotta go back up a little, I think. Love hearing about the oil patterns. Light, heavy. Can you use aggressive stuff?
I say yes if you can use it correctly. I've had times where it's like I pulled out my most aggressive ball on a burn up shot and it worked out for me. It just depends, honestly.
Yeah. And are you bowling any leagues right now for the summer?
Yeah, I'm bowling a golfing and bowling league where we putters and gutters where we golf one week and bowl the next. Just a little fun thing to do.
And how are you doing on that? How are you averaging?
I think I was averaging 227 until like a week ago, and then I dropped down to like 216. I think the first game out of the gate went like 150. Then I shot like 180, then 200. Just had no good luck with whatever I was rolling.
And how often are you getting out to practice?
Depends on the weeks. Usually I'll practice like an hour, 2 hours before I go to work. So probably a good 4 days a week, probably.
That's amazing. And what does a normal practice session for you look like?
So I'll turn the lane on, I'll get set up, I'll take my plastic ball and I'll start just doing 1-steps for maybe like 10 frames or something like that. And then I'll grab my reactive ball, trying to just 50%, get kind of warmed up, and then try different shots, try to play up the lane, try to swing it deep, and then any split or spare I leave, I try to pick it up. That way I work on my spare game at the same time.
That's awesome. Not many people put a whole lot of work into it anymore. They just want to go bowl and go home. And
yeah.
See it a lot. So the controversial question that's been going around this week is the cost of urethane. So I'd love to know your opinion on it.
I think it's a stupid thing to do. I get that it can affect the patterns pretty badly if used the wrong way, but honestly, I feel like there's always, with a house shot, there's always a workaround to get around whatever's been put down there, whether it was urethane, I just don't see it as a solution to all these problems these people have been or supposedly have been having. So I think it's just stupid to just go right out and ban urethane when it has its uses. It's just people like to use it maybe in the wrong time, but that's their choice. It's part of the game. I just don't see the reason to ban it personally.
I agree.
As I completely agree.
At the end of the day, throw what you want to throw. I mean, I understand the competitive aspect to it, but I don't know many who throw urethane on house shot unless you're in a high friction facility. But you don't see a whole lot of urethane out this way until it comes to sport pattern. And it's usually mostly on short pattern out here.
Right.
As someone who doesn't throw urethane, I don't really have a say in the matter. What I can say is that for me personally, it's difficult for me to work around somebody who's been throwing urethane on my lane or like on my pair because of my ball speed and my like rev rate and stuff. Like I don't have enough behind what I throw to be able to push through that kind of track that urethane creates. So like, but I've always said there's a time and a place for urethane, and if you can throw it, great. But like, there's a time and a place for it. You don't need to have it all the time. But for somebody who doesn't throw it and doesn't have really or hasn't developed that skill yet to be able to work through somebody else throwing urethane, I'm all for it. But that's just me being difficult.
That's all right.
So, Brett, I suggest, and it's just a suggestion, next time someone throws urethane, follow their same line with your reactive ball and see how much more movement you get out of it. Because they're going to create a hold for you, and it's going to help you further down. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the people that throw urethane in my league house, they don't have very, very little rev in their balls. Yeah, I mean they're basically throwing right down the center, so it doesn't really affect anything that I'm going through. So a lot of them don't have that turn on the ball, so it doesn't really affect them.
Yeah, I kind of wish I would have thrown my urethane today because this house shot just got completely torched within like 2 games. It was rough.
But to me, it's the same equivalence of someone picking up a house ball that doesn't have a bowling ball and they're throwing left, right, down the middle, left, right, down the middle, all over the place.
Yeah.
It's the same premise. It messes the lanes up quick.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe Tony, but he could probably easily get by with a level and still have the same movement. He's a pro, so I'm sure he'll figure it out. I mean,
they'll all figure it out if that's what they do.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say
have no choice.
Butters is the only one that I know is like a purple hammer, like all day. I don't care what I'm throwing against. I'm going to be throwing purple hammer. I mean, the only other one that I could really say would be Packy, but I mean, he still throws some reactive too. So.
But
I'm pretty sure
competitive. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, and I thought Jesper has been working on using reactive too. So, in the end of the day, he'd probably get it figured out and get it done, dialed in.
But then again, it could give him a whole new reason to want to focus harder on it and grind it out even more. I mean, we all bowl. We all probably bowl a lot, and there's days you're just bored of it, and you need a challenge.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, it could be a good thing. I mean, we just gotta weigh it out and see what happens. I mean, change is going to happen. We just gotta adapt with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Plug our thumbs.
Who's your
So-
favorite Pro Bowler, Lucas?
Ooh. Number one's got to go to Norm Duke. Norm Duke, number
Agreed.
one. I think second would have to be EJ Tackett. I've loved him since I first was starting bowling and watching him. And yeah, so those are my top two for sure. Norm Duke and EJ Tackett.
Okay. On the flip side, who's your favorite female Pro Bowler? Since, you know, I'm on the show and I'm big on female advocacy. Who's
all right,
your
yeah.
favorite pro female?
Brett, you're definitely in the top 5 for sure.
I'm not a pro, but I'll take it. Yes.
That's right. No. Well, yeah. Female bowler. I gotta think of. I just thought about this not too long ago too. I think mine would have to be Daniel McEwen and Daria are my top two for sure.
That's a good little duo right there for sure.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Liz
both
Johnson.
good choices.
Liz Johnson's another good one.
Yeah.
I actually enjoy
Yes.
watching the Chinese and Korean bowlers. They're fun to
Kiwi
watch.
Oh, the
Yeah. Eddie Langdon on TikTok. Sheriff Langdon 2.0 is.
Oh yeah, yes, that's right.
He
Yeah.
posts all of the P-League bowling. He is obsessed. Love that guy. That's the only reason why I got into the P-League bowling is because he was so enthusiastic about it.
Hey, if you
Landon, I
can bowl in your best
currently-
cosplay, do it.
Landon, I am not focusing on my scores. I'm focusing on targeting and controlling the pocket. So I've been trying to steer away from, I'm a 220 bowler. I don't want to be that guy. I want to be, hey, if you're making this right here, you need to move your eyes here or adjust here. I mean, at the end of the day, we're in league. And out here, you don't get cash prizes, so it's not really like, I'm going to flex on everybody. So,
And really, sometimes it's house dependent because, like I'm like a 2-teen here at my home house, but if you take me to like AMF Firebird, I think I clocked in last year like a 230. It can vary depending on center and how easy the shot is. So,
And I will also
it's like, go ahead, Brian. Go ahead.
add to the simple fact that we are in summer leagues right now, so a lot of people aren't going for their best of best. They're trying to work on their games, preparing for the long winter season because that's where we're actually getting our money's worth. And in the summertime, you're bowling with a lot of people that have a ton of handicap. So you can be competitive all you want. They're going to show up and get like 300 pins before you even throw in the first pin down. So in the summertime, I would definitely know that there's people that aren't really going gung-ho to make sure their averages are really high. They're really working on their game.
I started out working on improving my average for the summer, and then it got hotter and hotter and hotter because the AC were broken. So on Tuesdays now I'm just trying to survive, and I'm at a steady 190 average. I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. It's great. My Thursday league is a sports league, and it's scratch, and I think I'm averaging like a 160 question mark, maybe, but it's hard stuff. So.
Oh, yeah, definitely. If you're on PBA patterns, your average goes extremely down.
Yeah, Thursday I bowled 145, 147, 155. Oh yeah, averaged 149, baby. Woohoo!
hey, look at the bright side. You kept going up each game.
Yes, that's
True.
that's
Sign up for others
improvement.
and know that when you get onto a sports shot like that, you will be humble.
Yes.
Well,
Very
you're on some very difficult patterns too.
Yeah. Carmen Salvino is no joke.
Right. But I was told by a PBA pro, he's a Hall of Famer. 150 to 160 average on PBA leagues is a pretty good score. So, I mean, you're right there. So what's one thing you could tell your younger version that you would do different in bowling?
Oh, that's easy for me. Stop trying to hook the whole damn lane. Just stop trying to overpower the ball. Like take a little more of a relaxed. Yeah, just stop trying to hook the lane. Learn how to play the lane. Don't try to hook the lane.
I agree there. I mean, obviously Landon down there, you can see his comments are score based, and they keep going. What's your average, or what's this, or what's this, or what's this on
Yeah.
scoring? The young mentality is, I want to beat you on the scoreboard, but they don't want to look at the longevity of it. And my son's the same way. He's a little bit older than Landon, and it defeats him because he's a good bowler, but he's so focused on proving to everybody that he can do it, and it messes his game up.
And that's the other thing also in tournaments too, or even just in league. If you get too focused on your opponent's score, your opponent's score, it can kill your game sometimes. Like it can literally, you get too focused. Like, oh, I need to do this. I need to do this. It's like no, it's you and against the lane in the end. Honestly, it's you in the lane. Like you need to figure out the lane, and sometimes you'll score good, sometimes you won't, and that it's just part of the game.
Agreed.
Conversation in my league house today with a couple other guys that are they're not new to bowling, but they're still working on their games. And one of the guys, he constantly is like just trying to muscle the ball. And I finally went over to him today, and I was like, "Why are you trying to like force the ball to do something that it's not going to do?" And he's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Let the ball do the work. Slow down." I'm like, "You don't have to feel like you're throwing it a million miles an hour. Take a little speed off the ball. Watch what happens." As soon as he did that, he threw a 254. And he was like, "Dude, this is like effortlessly." I said, "That's what it should be. You shouldn't be like trying to force something. Otherwise, you're just going to be going through the same motion."
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to touch on the younger comment, what you would tell yourself, the younger self. I would tell myself not to look at the scoreboard. To be completely honest, I've been trying to get myself out of that habit, and it's a hard habit to break because I think that was something that I missed when I first started bowling. Is I was so like everybody else concerned about the scores and concerned about putting up good scores that I was like missing the transitions or missing whatevers, and like I'd have one good game and then I'd miss everything and I'd be downhill from there. I think if I had just taught myself not to look at the scoreboard and really just stay focused on the lane and what was happening, I'd be a whole different level of bowling at this moment.
Oh, agreed. Always go anytime you go bowling, just try to learn something from it. I think that's the most important thing.
And find the pros. If you're not having a great day, still find the positives of what you're getting out of that practice or that league or whatever. Are you planning on doing the nationals next year?
Yes. Yes, when it's in Reno. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm excited for that. I actually have a couple of buddies who live in Carson City, so I usually just go out there for about a week, hang out with them, go do my bowling, and then head home. So
Nice.
And do you go with the same group of people every time that you do go, or?
So this will be my third. Let's see. I think my fourth time going overall. And it's been I think this is the first time it'll be the same back-to-back group that I went when it was in Vegas, because I didn't go to Baton Rouge this year. Just way too much expenses for traveling and all that for myself at the time. So, but yeah, this will be like the first year I think I'm going with the same group same group.
Are you gonna have the same doubles partner?
I hope so. He's actually my Monday Night League partner for Scratch League this coming season.
Ooh, shout out to him. What's his name? Give him a shout out.
Levi Neiman.
Levi Neiman? That is an awesome name.
Yeah.
That's an awesome name. That's so cool. Well, you guys have any other questions? Does anybody in the chat have any questions for Lucas? Lucas, is there anything else that you want to share about, like, any accolades from youth bowling that you want to share? Like any of your first memories, core memories of bowling? Anything like that?
Oh, man. It's been... I think one of my favorite things, and I do this every now in league, so... And I always... Carl Kohler was the one who showed me this. He was always the coolest thing. He'd roll the ball, immediately turn around, walk away at strike, and I'd be like, the heck, man? He'd always do that. And then as I've gotten better, just having fun with it, I'll joke around with a buddy of mine, like, this one's for you, buddy. Roll it, turn away, walk away, let it strike. It's one of the most fun things that, like, just...
So,
Random.
how do you follow transition per frame, or how do you do it?
Ooh. I typically try to watch how my ball's going through the pins even on bad, like, off shots here, but mainly if I see, like, where my ball's picking up and it's like, if it's getting a little too early, going just a little heavy on the head pin, I'll try to move a couple board or a couple boards here. It's very dependent on just what my ball's doing before it hits the pins. Like, and even on some bad shots, like, even if I make a bad shot, sometimes I'm like, I'm going to make a move just in case because it did something weird that I don't think it should have done. But yeah, typically, definitely just the interaction with the pins.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I know some people who like to read the 4-pin or what the 6-pin does, or they focus on different things, but
yeah,
it's picking other people's brains apart and coming up with a medium between all of them that could help someone individually,
right?
Yeah.
So.
And really, sometimes it can catch you off guard big time because, like, I think the Baker tournament I just did recently, we were on one lane and it was pretty all right. And then we go to the next thing, and my first ball at the gate's like a Greek church. I'm just like, where the heck that come from? And we were talking to my teammates, like, well, if we win this match, do we need to go stay on? I'm like, no, stay on this lane. You guys have a good look. I can adjust, but sometimes it'll just catch you off guard how quickly one lane will change compared to the other. So,
well, that's like this week. I was bowling. We were on. I can't remember what pattern we were on, but I kept leaving an 8-10, and I'm like, how is that possible? These are pocket shots, and it would leave an 8-10, an 8-10. Well, come to find out, the pen setter wasn't setting the 8-pin in the right spot. So I should have been a 10-pin.
Oh, no.
You've been 10-pinning that whole time.
Oh, no.
I said, well, how are you supposed to win if the pen setter's not even working right? Yeah. So at that time, I could blame the lanes, just so you all know.
Yeah,
it was the lanes' fault.
the only time. Other than that, it's your fault.
All right. Pickles and
I
lemon,
got a
you've
question.
been quiet. There you go.
Yeah, I got a question. So how do you differentiate between moving your feet and going into a completely different ball?
Ooh, that's a good one. Typically it's that's actually a really good question. So usually it's a gut feeling, or just sometimes where I'm like, if a ball's hooking too early or something, I'll go to something shinier. But sometimes it's just a straight gut feeling where it's just like, this ball's looking good. I'm hitting the pocket. Yeah, I'm carrying, but I'm just not liking like how it's hitting. And sometimes I'm like, I'm just gonna make the ball change. Like if I, my recent rule for myself, it's like, if I'm thinking too much about a ball change, I'm just gonna make it. And it's worked out for me pretty well recently. Um, it just depends, really. It just trying to see what my look is on the lane. But mostly it's just been learning my equipment to the point where it's like, oh, this is happening here. I know this ball will get through it better if I move a little bit left, and it will say, or if like, oh, this ball's not making the corner, I can switch this one, maybe stay the same spot, maybe move a little bit right, and it'll work out for me.
See, I have the
Okay.
philosophy, if I have to question if the ball needs change, I've lost confidence in that ball. So it's time to go to something I'm more confident with.
And to add to that, know your gear. If you are so familiar
Yes.
with every ball that you have, and you know what that ball's capable of, it's going to make your decision of what you want, what you need to do, or what you want to do to be
Moderating.
right.
Moderating.
So, yeah.
Put in test questions to make sure that the moderator's doing his job.
Oh,
He wasn't doing his job.
Oh.
don't worry about it.
Testing a new moderator and he's failing.
Uh
We
oh.
put him to sleep. Go poke him. Go poke him. Sleeping on the job. Too bad you don't make nothing, or we would fire you. I'm just teasing. What's up, Big Josh? First day, are you nervous, buddy? Well, you got this.
Demoter can only do polls now.
What a cruel environment.
He's the moderator. He's not your
Hostile.
secretary.
Hostile work environment.
He's gonna report us to HR.
Yep. That's Brian, by the way. Brian's HR.
Yeah, I deal with HR a lot. It's all right.
So, Lucas, what else do you like to do in your free time, man?
Yes. Besides bowling.
Oh man. So actually recently, back in February, I picked up golf for the first time. Or well, back in high school I tried out for it, but like just started getting into it. Me and my dad went, and we've been going a lot. And I just joined a men's league here in Dallas last Thursday. So that, and then playing video games whenever I get the chance. I recently been playing like Valheim on Steam. It's been a fun one. Been replaying that one actually with all the updates. Other than that, not too much. Mainly bowling, working, and golfing when I can, playing games when I can.
So what is it that you actually do for work, Lucas? Because I know you work later, right? Like you work nights or something like that. Is that right?
Yeah,
Or am I
so
crazy?
so I do work at a bowling alley here at Dallas. I do work at the bowling alley in Dallas. So I've been on like mainly nights, evenings, closing shifts for the most part. I do some morning shifts when they give them to me, but yeah, it's mostly Just take care of the evening, close up, get everything cleaned up, do the money. The old bingo, bango, bongo.
And do you want to continue doing that? Do you see yourself being at the bowling alley for long term, or is there something special? Because I know you're not even 30 yet.
I am 30.
Did you
I
finally
turned
turn
30 last. I'm gonna be 31 this year.
I was like, I know we were like, I was shocked when you found out that you were like 29, and that was like, it feels
Yeah.
like I blinked and I was like, have we hit 30? So do you want to continue being at the bowling alley, or what do you want to do? What does future Lucas want to do?
Honestly, I wouldn't mind staying at the bowling alley, but I do need to figure out some other things to make a little more cash, because as much as I love it and the benefits of like free bowling and some deals here and there, it's just it's not enough money for just a long-term thing right now. So looking into a few things right now, but those are plans that I'm just still working on, still in the works. So
yeah, that's true. They don't pay as well as I feel like they should. That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, and as always, if you haven't yet, everybody in the chat, take your opportunity to follow us, follow Lucas, follow each other in the chat, because that's how we grow, how we build our community. So definitely make sure that you are taking the opportunity. And then, Lucas, are you the only one in your family that bowls? Remind me again. Or
yes, actually, I learned after he passed away, after I was like still in the bowling, that my grandfather actually bowled back in the day at Silverton, where I first started in bowling. So that was really cool to find out.
That's awesome. Okay. And I did ask this with Chase last week when he was on, and I'll ask you this. If you could bowl with anybody, pro, non-pro, who would it be?
Anybody?
Anybody.
Ooh, my grandpa Cobb. Bring him back and let me bowl with him. That'd be my number one answer.
Good answer.
It's a fantastic answer.
Yeah.
Cope, I think a lot of people work at a bowling alley just so they get the perks of free bowling. A lot of them around here do.
Right.
I know that.
Yes, especially how much I bowl. Oh my god, it saves me so much money.
Right.
Right.
I'm actually picking up some hours in my bowling alley as well for those perks.
Yes, and that is a
Yeah.
big Oh, yes, and we have to congratulate you. So congratulations, Brian. You got that little awesome job there at your alley, and I know you're going to have to
Nice.
with like the social media revamp, kind of getting their name back out there, making them look good. So congratulations, buddy.
Doing what I can for the bowling community.
That's good.
That's what we're all trying to do.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to grow. Well, Lucas, I don't want to keep you in your car anymore, buddy. I know you're probably like sitting in the parking lot because you said
I'm
you're
actually
getting it
doing
done.
pretty good. Yeah, I'm actually not too bad today.
That's good. Well, is there anybody else that has any other questions, any follow-ups, anything from you guys? I think we'll try to kind of get this one a little short.
Yeah. So let's say a new bowler comes up to you, just barely started bowling, and asks you, what can I do to get better scores? What would be some advice you give them?
Ooh. I think I would first off say, don't worry about the scores, worry about your technique, and maybe actually take them down the lane and show them the basics of like probably just at least a 4-step approach just to start them off, and let them know like the scores will come, but let's focus on the technique, let's focus on your form, and start from there, and then later on your scores will come.
That's a good answer. I was gonna say that's what I've done with so many, because I used to work at a bowling alley and I used to do that with a bunch of kids. Is they used to sit there and when it was slow, I would grab my equipment, go throw a couple of balls down the lane, and they'll be like, "God, you're so good. How do I get that good?" And I'm like, "Let's just start with the fundamentals," and I walk them through a couple of things. Because without fundamentals, then it's really hard to go a lot of places.
Yeah, and that's the other hard thing, that because like I bowl pretty good pretty often, and I get a couple of like people who bowl at the bowling. It's like, oh, when you go on tour, I'm just like, I love you guys. I'm good. I'm not that good. Like that is a whole nother level of competition. Like, don't get me wrong, I can shoot up against some of the good bowlers here in the Northwest, but that's a whole nother ball game over there on the pro tour.
Lennon, you just pulled out your equipment to flex on kids, didn't you?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you did.
He said, I beat them kids.
Anytime when I was there, anytime I got a chance to practice, I would.
What's up, Elizabeth? So, out of your alley, do you host coaching clinics or beginner classes or anything? Maybe that could help you generate income?
Yes, actually, we have a deal with our silver coach here for coaching. He comes in like once a month, and we'll give him time slot. We'll give him like 4 lanes to work with. He'll come and coach these people for an hour for each time slot. And actually, this year for the summer league, we actually had 2 leagues set up with him, one for adults, one for kids, to learn how to bowl on like challenge patterns, sport patterns, like little harder patterns, like how to adjust, how to surface bowling balls, all like how to play the lanes and why you play the lanes that way. Yeah, no, he's really great. Just fantastic coach. And he's really, really good at explaining the same thing in different ways for different people. Like it's amazing just watching how he works, and I'm just fascinated each time he gets to work with somebody.
Because like the bowling alley up the street from us, they have it set up with the elementary school, where they have like the school drops them off there, and it's kind of like a daycare type thing, but they get to bowl during it. So they're learning how to bowl, but they're also being somewhat babysat for parents while they're still at work. I think that's a cool program.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Pickles, you got any questions?
Well, here's the other thing. We hear this everywhere. How is your AC and your bowling alleys doing?
Fantastic, actually. Fantastic. I am so happy. Like,
to say that.
We keep our bowling alley as cool as we can. Like it still gets hot with all the people we get in here, but it is much colder than other bowling alleys. Like I know one, I think it's AMF Firebird here in Salem, that even when it's like 50 degrees out, I'll wear shorts, I'll bring a fan in that bowling alley. It gets way too damn hot.
Yeah.
But no, but by home center we have good AC, so.
You lucky dog.
Right. Every bowling alley that AC's got issues.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a hot year for everybody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, South Florida's no joke, so it doesn't help. But
I can only imagine.
Yeah, I feel so bad for my Tuesday league, for my bowlers that are just, because it's awful. It is awful. So bad.
Yeah, a lot of ACs went down this year. I mean, we between the 2 or 3 podcasts, everybody's complaining about it, and that's all 50 states. So I mean,
I was like, that and the urethane ban. That's been the 2 biggest.
That is also a question we have not touched on yet. That we usually
AC's
ask.
being busted, and whether we want to use urethane or not. America.
See, he's doing a good job modding. He's keeping us in line. See?
Yes. We have not asked that question yet.
Yes, I have not asked my question yet. So I've asked, as everybody knows who's watched the show, I've asked everybody who's been a guest on there to build a bag. And I want you to build me a house shot bag and a tournament bag. What are your go-tos in both?
Oh, building a house shot and a tournament bag. Okay.
3-ball toe.
I think
We'll keep it
3-ball toe. Okay, just 3 balls.
3 balls for either a house shot bag and a tournament bag. 3 ball.
Ooh. I think for the house shot bag, I'd do something like Envy Tor, Venom Shock, IQ Tor, like something really controllable, benchmark piece, something that'll give you that control that you need. Second ball would probably be either a weaker shiny ball, like maybe like a High Road, your Supra, a Hammer Raw, any of those. And then spare ball, I always say plastic. Like I've tried to use urethane, but I say plastic's the go-to for a spare ball. For your house shot bag. For a tournament bag, I'd probably go something a little stronger, ASIM, like gives you that smooth control, kind of like a stronger benchmark. So Effector, your maybe something like a RST Hyperdrive, something a little stronger. Still gives you something in the back, a little bit in the back end, but to really control the lanes. And then I'd probably go for tournament. Ooh, that would be a good ball down. I'd say symmetrical shiny, stronger symmetrical shiny, like an IQ Ruby. I think it's the Hyper Venom for Motive, like somewhere along those lines. And then spare ball, I think for tournaments, I'd go more on the lines of urethane, just to have an extra option in there. Pick up your spares. If you can pick up your spares well with it, I'd say gives you an extra option if you run out.
Kind of a 2-for-1.
Yeah, exactly.
Big Josh, when you put up 290s and 300s all the time, I don't think you need a plastic ball.
Yeah. If that plastic ball, if you have one, it better be on display for people to look at, because you don't need it.
My current ball that I like is the Mania and Pure Envy. And I'm starting to kind of like the Hazmat Pearl.
Mm-hmm.
So, them would be my 3 balls I would use. I would use the Hazmat Pearl as a weaker ball, even though it could be a strong ball too. But then my Mania, which is obviously my go-to ball, and then my Pure Envy can, if you need something a little bit surface solid wise, or if you're in a lot of oil.
Since you have been working in a bowling center for a while, what's the craziest thing you've seen in a bowling center?
Crazy thing. Oh God. Well, I didn't fully see what happened, but somebody, when I used to work at Silverton, when I first started there, somebody clogged the toilet really bad and quite literally shat a brick. Like, quite literally in that toilet. Yeah. I had to put gloves on, fish it out. I was like, I'm like, what the fuck? I was just speechless after that. I was just, that is the craziest thing I have personally had to deal with or seen before.
Oh, bro.
Sounds like a shitty day.
Yeah.
It was. Oh, man.
Britt's over here getting ready to puke, so you all know.
That is awful.
And she's the mom of the group. She can handle things like that.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have put an out of order on that thing and put an out or a
Like,
porta
orders,
pot
yeah, shut
outside.
that thing and walk away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, not gonna do it. Not my problem. I don't know what you're talking about.
Definitely be a Roto-Rooter phone call right away. But, nope.
Yep.
You're like, we'll have the professionals handle it. Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
That's when you hire somebody just to do that job and
Yeah.
can them afterwards, literally.
Yeah.
And on your way out, there's the
So, Lucas, do you have any questions for us?
Ooh.
Ooh. Actually, I don't think I've ever. How long have you guys been bowling for?
Starting with Steve. You start.
I started bowling more recreationally when I was about 6, and then I didn't start competitive bowling. I joined my first league at 16, and then started competitive bowling around 28. Is when I did my first tournament.
Pickles.
I did it recreational, as a teenager for fun. Living in Ohio, there's not a lot to do in the wintertime, so that's what we do. But of course, that was back in the day when you actually had to take your own score. Everything was a projector. Not into leagues in my, I would say, late 30s. Just as recreational for a company I was working with. We just did it for, I want to say, basically 2 seasons. But it was more of just for fun, per se. It wasn't like, we weren't very, very competitive. And then when I moved here to South Florida, there was a local bowling alley. And one of my buddies and I were like, hey, let's just go set up a league just for fun. And then I basically, I would say about, this would probably be my fourth year. I think after the second year, that's when I started doing competitive state tournaments and that type of stuff.
Nice.
Getting on the road, doing outside
Oh,
stuff.
sorry.
Oh, you're good?
Britt?
It's a hard question for me to answer because I don't know whether to like count my before time or like before my break or after my, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I basically grew up in a bowling alley, had parents who bowled, things like that. So I bowled for fun. I didn't start actually competitively bowling until I hit college, which was 2008. I bowled 2 seasons with Weber State University here in Utah. And then I kind of let it go. I got married, had kids, kind of went bowling once a year just for funsies. And then 2022 is when I started back into actually like league bowling, really improving my skills, kind of things like that. So I combined total probably 6 years, give or take. But yeah, so I stopped bowling in 2009, 2010, and then started again in 2022. So took a nice little break,
Cool.
and now I'm back. So,
That's good.
what about you, Cober?
2.5 years been bowling. I mean, we did it when we were like 18, so that was what, 24 years ago, 22 years ago, something like that. But it was just to get out of the house. We were using house balls, just goofing off. But competitively, we just got back into it 2 years ago. So
Nice. Awesome.
And ask him how many bowling
And then one more.
2 years.
do
What was that?
I
How
said,
many bowling
ask
balls
him
do you
how many
have?
balls he has in the last 2 years.
Let's just not go there.
And the other question is, what's your guys' current favorite bowling ball you use?
Britt?
Oh, everybody knows my identity, like 100% right now. At the moment, that is That is my ball. That ball has gotten me out of more scrapes in league than any other at the moment. So I really enjoy my identity at the moment.
Nice.
It's always good to enjoy your identity. I mean, it's a very, very, very important piece
If
to your
somebody
life.
else enjoys my identity, something's wrong.
Right.
There's only one of me, and if there's any other trying to impersonate it, they lying.
Mr. Pickles?
My favorite right now, I definitely have to say it's my Swag Craze Pearl. It's very versatile. I can throw it in a house shot. I've also been able to throw it in the tournaments. Just pulled a state first place finish with it not too long ago. So it's definitely my
Nice.
my crutch. Something. Yeah.
My favorite bowling ball in my bag right now is probably my OG Zen. My OG Zen.
Zen ball good.
It is.
And bug.
I recently actually got it, like, my PAP figured out on it, got it re-drilled, like repitched to my hand. Oh, it's amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
What small fixes can do.
I think you enjoy it a little too much there, buddy.
Well, when I'm constantly hitting pocket and not leaving splits anymore,
Makes all the difference in the world.
less frustrating for sure.
Oh yeah.
Mine is the Mania. That's just hands down. That ball is so phenomenal. If you haven't thrown one, you should go buy one. They're just that good.
Yeah. I agree.
I think I'm
Like,
get a Mania here soon.
I know when I first got mine, I could not control mine at first, but once I got enough games on it, oh my, that thing is just money.
The more you use it, the better it gets.
Yes.
Putting lane shine on a ball is very beneficial. So if
Yes.
if you have a ball and you're like, oh, this ball is terrible, give it some time. It will turn itself around.
Well, like for me,
Yeah, I
I
was
like
kind
it. Go ahead.
Are you good? I was gonna say I always find it funny when I see these like people post their bowling balls for sale, like, oh, use like 2 games, 3 games, and so I'm like, give it a chance at least.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hey, that's how I got my hyperdrive. Is somebody sold
yeah,
it to
don't
me
knock
for 60
sometimes
bucks.
when people are like, hey, I hate this ball. Like,
Yeah.
girl's gotten a lot of free balls from that. Like,
Okay, all right.
you know what I mean? But I agree. Like, if there's, I mean, sometimes you immediately know right off the bat that a ball's not a good fit for you, obviously. But sometimes it's like, give it a minute, even like straight out of the box, before you even like start messing with the surface or anything. Give it like 2 or 3 games, 4 games before you even start messing with the surface, because you just never know what that lane shine is gonna do, like what it's gonna team out to be.
Yeah.
Or I just love that people just immediately jump to like, I hate the surface on this thing, I'm gonna, and it's like, well, you don't know. Hold on. Okay.
I mean, we've all been there.
See, I like the Mania personally for me because I can play 10, I can play 15, I can play 20, 25, 30, and 40 with it, and the ball is going to come back regardless. So, and once that ball stands up, it's gone. It's just going to take off.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not stopping it from doing what it's going to do.
Yeah.
I mean, even Steve Rublin can vouch for this. When I was in Terre Haute, throwing that ball to get used to them grips, soon as you seen the logo, it was gone. It was taken off. And I just like that about the ball. When I can see the ball actually stand up and do its job. And that's one ball that does it for me.
Because what colors is the Mania?
blue, and it's got reddish pink lettering and the decal.
Yeah.
Then if you put pink and blue grips in it, you can see it a lot better.
Yeah, that's what I did with my Craze Pearl.
Right, that's what you're saying. You put you flip flopped them, right? You put the blue in the pink spot and the pink in the blue spot, so you can see.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not cool. I don't use grips.
Really?
We don't
Yeah.
use thumbs, so we don't have really choice.
There we go. Perfect. Yeah, no, back oh God, when did I first start doing this? So I used to, because of how much I used to just hammer on the ball, I used to get these cuts just on my fingers all the time. And finally one of my good buddies said, who was helping with the pro shop, is like, have you ever tried just fingers in the hole? I'm like, no. So he just put them in the hole, fresh cut. I tried it out. I'm like, I like it, but can you bevel it out? Because I'm kind of a with the sharp edges. And then ever since then, I've been just 2 fingers a hole, bevel them up, and I've just been rocking with that.
And are you still fingertip?
Yeah, fingertip. Regular fingertip. Yep.
That's what I was thinking about doing.
That is so weird to me.
Yeah. Don't have to worry about grips, and my fingers I've never gotten cut from my fingers ever again.
And you don't tape or anything? Do you tape?
Nope, I go.
Nothing?
The only thing I tape is my thumb for the thumb, just to keep my thumb in the thumb hole. But yeah, no, I just go straight in with my fingers.
That's interesting.
You're a monster. Just kidding.
A little aggressive there, buddy.
I'm a big baby. I would not. No. No, thank you. I don't want to. I don't want to participate that way.
It's probably only 7:15 over there, right?
Yeah, about 7:15, 7:16.
He's an hour behind Steven and I, so.
Yep.
But he's sitting in his car in the parking lot. We gotta be nice to the man.
They're going to send a dog
do?
warden.
No.
We want you back on the show at one point, maybe sometime.
I'll come back. I don't know if I have
If
to
we
be in my
keep
car. I
you
have
in
to be
your
in my.
car for too long.
Oh, I don't care.
As long as your window's cracked, sir, you make sure
Yeah.
your window's
Oh, they
cracked.
are. I have this one all the way down. I have this one cracked. I got a nice little breeze coming in.
That's what matters.
Not 1,000,000 degrees
Yeah.
where you're at.
Yeah, well, it was actually a lot cooler today than it has been last few days. So
Right.
We're all going to have people knocking on our doors. Why did you keep that man in his car that long?
We were just watching
monsters.
him on the camera, and he just kept sitting there and sitting there. We were just concerned. He was talking to himself. I don't know. Might need to do a wellness check.
So you said you like to golf. I tend to golf when I bowl and bowl when I golf.
I've been really enjoying golf recently. It's just been a lot of fun, and kind of see where the similarities of like a bowling swing and a golf swing come into play. Actually, when it's just like let the ball do the work, let the club do the work. It's been a lot of fun.
Tove had a question. He says, "Have you bowled any regionals, and how did you do? If so?"
I have bowled one regional up in Milwaukee Bowl. It was, I think I was still with Swag at that time. It was like 3 years ago, I think. And I did actually pretty well. The one thing, I just barely missed the cut. I had one game where I was indecisive on what ball I could use. I think we were on the shark pattern. And at the very last game, I kind of just pulled out my urethane and said, screw it, let's just try this. Rolled like a 210. I'm like looking at it, I'm like, if I pulled that out earlier, I might have made a cut right there. So
going into this week coming up, some of us are still in league. Britt, you're still in PBA, right?
My last week for everything. So it's last week for Tuesdays, thank God. And then I can give out prize money and be done with it. And then Thursdays, yes, last week. So it'll be we'll bowl, get our final points put in, right? And then those who made the top 5, I think, does a roll off right after we bowl. Unfortunately, my partner and I did not make it. That's okay.
Probably not.
That's fine.
What pattern do you have coming up?
It's the last week of that Salvino pattern, and then then we're done.
Yeah, we're on a tough week. We have U.S. Open 2025 pattern, I think it is. Then we go to House Shot. Then we go to Shark. So it's going to be all over the world this week.
Just keep thinking. There's a house shot coming. There's a house shot coming. It's gonna be easy. It's gonna be easy.
By the time he gets the house shot, he's gonna be so screwed up from the sport shots. He's gonna forget how to bowl on house.
True.
I'm going to be thinking, I got to hit the 10 board. I got to hit the 10 board. No, it's house shot.
No,
You need to be on the 12 board. 12. Abort mission. Abort mission.
Yeah, I think we're still sitting 4 weeks out before we're done.
I was gonna say, I think I'm the same way.
And you guys are on strictly house shots?
Yeah, I'm in two league house shots.
Yep. Actually, I think I got 3 weeks left.
I think tomorrow at my alley is the second. They're putting down the other potential new house shot for the day, and they're letting people come bowl on it, or running business as usual, and then league bowlers are coming in to bowl on it, see kind of how it scores, things like that. And then they're possibly changing the house shot for the fall for us. I know one of the contenders is the carbon pattern, is a potential for one in the running for a house shot. And then I don't know what the other one is yet. Chromium, apparently. Chromium is...
So you work in a bowling alley. So how often do you oil your lanes?
Oh God, this season's gonna be a little bit different, but typically at least, during league season it was almost once a day basically, because we had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday juniors, Thursday, Saturday juniors, and Sunday. So it was basically 6 days a week at least. And then the summer's been a little bit different just because summertime leagues for us. But coming up, it's going to be there's going to be 7 days a week basically, and then 2 or 3 of them are going to be twice a day just because of a bowling alley shut down up an hour away from us. So we're getting good chunk of their league bowlers coming in, so we're gonna have so many leagues coming in, and it's just gonna be busy, and it's gonna be a lot of oiling being done.
So out here, if they don't have leagues, they won't oil.
Yeah,
they will let them things run bone dry, and it's hard to go practice on something like that.
Yeah, but at the same time, I try to practice on that stuff. I'll try to practice on fresh and burn up just to get the experience on it. But typically, I don't try to let these lanes get too bone dry. I just if it's it's been a couple days since it's been oiled, I'll put some oil down or something like that just to keep them a little fresher on the lanes.
I was
So out here,
affect too. Doesn't that affect the condition of the lane itself? If goes too long.
Think so. I don't have like the
Yeah.
information to say for sure, but I'm pretty positive it does do some sort of damage to the lane if it doesn't have enough oil.
Well, the closest alley around here doesn't care about that. It's basically a hangout, but out here they do a lot of open bowl, and a lot of the oil gets pushed down, and it stays right where the break points are. So you can't get hardly any practice in because the ball just slides out, skids out, or whatnot. So it's hard to practice on our lanes because there's such high friction in the beginning. The ball will just straight take off and go straight to the gutter. So even if you go left and loft it, it's still going gutter. So it's hard to practice on those out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna say.
But
Yeah.
I was gonna say the bowling alley down here down towards me that just didn't care about any of that stuff. They just closed down. So, which I'm kind of happy with because it was giving the rest of the bowling alleys bad names.
So the lane close to us, the guy owns 4 lanes within 20 minutes of each other. So this lane out here, since it's just more of a hangout type deal, they get all the older stuff while they keep the others brand new. And that's where a lot of the issues come in too.
I hate that. We have a set of lanes or set of alleys like that here in Utah. And they're like within 30 minutes of each other, I'm pretty sure. And the one is definitely kept more up to date, more run, like whatever. And then the one that I bowled at and stuff like that is very much the hand me down. And it's like, honestly, you could get way more, business out of the one if you actually like got it up and running appropriately and actually like invested as much in it as you do the other one. Like, but they just don't care. They don't seem to care.
Yeah.
Right.
Craig, I'm going to answer that, and then each one of you guys can answer this also. To me, what gives a bowling alley a bad name? Personnel and how they treat you, and not keeping it up and running properly. That's my 2 biggest things that I have against bowling alleys.
I mean, I agree. Like, so the one I was talking about, it was actually the bowling alley that I started bowling at, and the guy who owned it loved bowling, handed it down to his 2 kids, who both love bowling. They had issues running it together, handed it down to their youngest sibling who doesn't like bowling. So he just started hiring a bunch of teenagers that didn't know what they were doing, didn't know how to fix anything, didn't know how to oil. So lanes were never oiled. The guy himself didn't like bowling at all, so he was more into music. So he was trying to change it into like a local like music thing. And it was like it didn't care. He didn't care. But he was trying to run leagues out of it, and everybody that went down there were like, we don't want to be here if our lanes are going to break down every 5 minutes and we have to jump to a lane, and then the lane that we jumped to broke down and we now have to jump to another lane. And so like just not having that care that the care and the upkeep that bowling alley needs.
Yeah, I have to agree with Cobra what he said, but also owners who just don't care on top of that, or or owners who don't put like people in charge who just don't care about like how the oiling or how the alleys ran, as long as it's just open kind of deal.
So Craig, with your last comment, a lot of them are wanting to go to the Bolero effect and do open bowl, which I don't think they generate what they would on open bowl, but they do make back in concessions. Brian, what's your take on bad?
So, yes, these are the bread and butter. Don't get that wrong. However, they make more profit by doing open bowling. If they can keep up open bowling, they'll make more money on the back end, plus concessions and all that other things. Because pretty much people that come in the league, they're not necessarily getting stuff from concessions. I'm not saying that's not necessarily true, because I know the place that I bowl at, they have fantastic food and they do a lot of business. But that's also not part of the house. So it depends on the way the alleys run. Because some like concessions inside of bowling alleys are sometimes separate businesses. So, there's some counterweight to it. I don't think they should necessarily get rid of leagues by any means, but I know that they're trying to cut down on numbers. If it's a larger house, they want to do basically half the house leagues, the other half open bowl.
Which with a 60-lane town, you definitely, have that capability. I mean, my alley is 32 lanes. My league on Tuesday is lanes 15 through 32, right? For 31 and 32 being the breakdown pair or whatever. And then the rest of the house is open bowl. But the winter leagues, our winter leagues, there's one day that is open bowling, and that's Mondays. But Tuesday through Sunday, there's a league every night. There's 2 leagues on Thursdays. Like, it's a full... During the winter is where Craig said, is leagues are bread and butter. Yes, in winters, heavy league play. But summers is mainly for people who are open bowling, coming to practice. Because let's be honest, with everybody's AC going out, who wants to be in a bowling alley in the summer? Ew. We're all there anyway, but ew. Only Lucas is comfortable. He's the only bowler on the planet right now who's in a comfortable alley.
I'm out in the heat all the time, so the heat don't bug me. So.
The place I used to work, they had 24 lanes, and their Thursday night league we had no AC there. Their Thursday night leagues were 5-man leagues. That was the worst. You could not move. There was not enough room.
Yeah. Valley is not comfortable. Valley is very
I hated it.
Valley.
Yeah, the alley I work at, it's only a 12 lanes, and yeah, we're basically switching to 5-man leagues for almost everything this season. So it's going to be packed, and so we'll see how that goes.
Would you agree? I think promotion would, but a lot of the bowling alleys are struggling part-wise to keep up financially, so I don't think they can financially advertise things properly either. And that's just my opinion.
And I think that's where we come in as our bowling community and our social media presence and things like that is, if you know of leagues that need to fill spaces, promote that stuff. Put that out there. Put that information out there so that people know, because it's a matter of maybe people don't know. Maybe somebody's like, I actually really like bowling, but I didn't know that there were leagues. I had last summer when I ran my Tuesday league, I had a lot of people who were just all of a sudden they were like, we just came in to kind of see what was going on, and we noticed that you guys were just starting. We were wondering if we could join. Absolutely. Here, be a team. Go at it. have fun, right? Like,
Right.
and it's just a matter of most people don't know. I was just talking, to some people the other day. I was like, I need to find more tournaments. I don't know about a lot of these tournaments, and I want to start getting into more of these things, but I don't know where to go. I don't know where to look. And so we got talking about where that could be advertised, where that could be posted. Like, maybe it's just a matter of taking it upon ourselves. Maybe when we see it, we just take that extra 20 seconds to be like, hey, just so everybody knows, this is going on in the area or whatever. Just putting it out there.
Right. That's why I like that Utah has a dedicated Facebook group just for Utah bowling tournaments.
Yeah, but so to me, I think on open bowl nights, I think the clerk should be advertising leagues more, and they simply don't. They just take their money, they go off and do their thing. It's usually people like if I go bowling on a Globe Bowl night, which is very rare because I can't stay up that late anymore, but that we'll say, hey, we do leagues. That's why I did it. And they're like, oh, I didn't know they have leagues here. And then you take them up to the desk, you grab the papers and hand to them. And a lot of the clerks just don't want interaction anymore. They just want to go put the papers right up in the front and hope that someone reads them.
Right.
I mean, I start advertising because my summer league starts in April, right? It starts around tax time, around April 15th or whatnot every summer. And I'm like, I start posting on my Facebook page, and I know not a lot of people that are on my league are my friends at Facebook, but people who know people, whatever. I start advertising my summer league like January, February, saying, hey, I know we're still in the middle of winter leagues or whatnot, but summer's right around the corner. My league is starting. Let me know. Like, and I won't like flood my social media with it. I'll post maybe like once a month until we get closer, and then maybe a couple of different times about that just to be like, hey, as a reminder. Just because I'm like, I want people to be able to just come and hang out and have fun and enjoy that league, but nobody's going to do it if nobody knows about it.
Yeah.
So, do you mean like hiring them to work for you, Greg? I mean, that would be understandable. And honestly, I think a lot of bowlers would take that opportunity.
I was going to say, I think that's how bowling alleys just should be run. Is just hire people that enjoy and understand the sport. Not some just Joe Schmo off the street.
I mean, I totally agree there. Because, like, me, for example, I'm down during the winter. I'm a grass cutter, so when you can't mow during the winter, it would be an ideal job for me. I would love to work in a bowling alley.
I would say probably 75% of the people that work in my league house all are bowlers in some aspect. Minus the bartenders. Well, some of the bartenders are still bowlers.
That's important.
Yeah, I think we just went through quite a bit of rehiring. So we have quite a few like non-bowlers, only a few bowlers. So it's a little bit of like trying to like teach these guys like when people come in and we just happen to have like a league finishing up or something, but get some open bowling play. If we have to put them like next to them, be like, hey, this is lane courtesy. It's what you got to do. Try to teach them all the basis of bowling, I guess would be a way to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I understand why they hire teenagers. I mean, obviously they can do it a little bit cheaper, but they also can use them in a more flexible manner. Like, one kid needs a day off, you can schedule somebody else, or yada, yada, yada. Adults depend on income, so it kind of hinders them because they need to work. So, I mean, I kind of understand the teenage aspect to that.
Well, I think We're about we're over that hour and a half mark, 90-minute mark. So we've been having a great little chat. So I want to thank you, Lucas. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on the Learning Curve. We will finally let you go so that you can get out of the parking lot.
No, I appreciate being on. Thank you for inviting me to be on here today.
Yes, we really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And if, as always, anybody in the chat, if you haven't done so, take the opportunity. Please follow us as the four for the Learning Curve. Follow Lucas. We want to help try to build this community, grow it as much as possible. Anytime you see any videos from us, from the episode, from promo videos, anything like that, please spread the word, share it. We want to try to get out to as many people as possible. So again, thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate every single one of you for joining us. And next week is a freeform episode. So come prepared with questions, come prepared with stories, anything that you guys want to talk about in the chat. Make sure you build up those questions, build up those stories, and really will catch you on the next one.
Craig, I want to touch base with him real quick. Here's a possible thought process. If you're on staff, maybe get somebody who's interested in wanting to be on staff and hire them that way. And that way they get a perk from it also. You see what I'm saying? And that could counter some things. I know a lot of bowlers who would love just to work in a pro shop to get on staff with somebody.
Right? Where are you located?
Right?
Yeah,
I'll go.
Like, I just want to work in a pro shop just so I can learn how to drill my own stuff.
Right.
Like,
yeah, Lennon, we're going to ship you to Florida. Get out of here.
I'm down.
I can fit in a box. I'll fit in a box.
But as always, thank you everybody for coming
I need
out.
like 3
Thank you.
boxes.
We do appreciate all the likes, all the comments, all the follows, all the engagement. I have seen that the community and for bowling has grown massively on this app alone.
Absolutely.
It's all because of you guys, and I want to say thank you for that. And I wish you a blessed weekend.
Yes, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Check out everybody's live streams throughout the week.
Yes.
Bowlers Helping Bowlers on Monday, Swag House on Fridays.
Yep.
That Swag House isn't going to be a weekly thing.
Oh.
It's going to be a pop-up thing from time to time. But we did want to do a shout-out because we are going to be giving back to the bowling community by doing a swag bowling ball giveaway. So we will be announcing on Monday's Bowlers Helping Bowlers how you can enter to be eligible to have a chance to win a free bowling ball. And we're also going to give the opportunity for people to vote if we should get a 14 or 15 pound ball. Kind of a fair game for everybody because we don't want to force it to be too heavy for a possible female or somebody that's younger. So we'll announce that on Monday.
Awesome. Well, everybody make sure to tune in on that for Mondays. And then everybody throughout the week, make sure you check out everybody's live streams because I know I'll be live Tuesday and Thursday for my bowling leagues and everybody else throughout the week as well. So we love you guys. Thank you again so much for joining us. And we hope you have a great rest of your night.
Thank you, Lucas.
Thanks,
Thank
Lucas.
you.
Yep. Thanks
Great
for
night.
being our guest
Yeah, no
tonight.
problem. Thank you guys. You have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.